One of the stories, one of the last stories I did that I remember was there had been a fire at an apartment complex in Nashville not long after. This was around the time when I had just become a mother and, had my son. So everything was, pretty emotional at that time for me. But there had been a fire at an apartment complex, and when we were on the scene, the fire department was there, of course, and they told us that the mother and I think 2 of her children had been taken to the hospital. And then we were standing around waiting, to go live and do our report. But then we hear one of the firefighters yell for us to get out of the way. And so I turn, and the firefighter is holding a baby that had been burned. And the baby, I say baby, I think he was maybe 4 or 5, but he had apparently crawled into the sink to try and, douse the fire from his body, or to try and get to some water.
We found that there is, this was the story. There was a priest that was accused of sexual abuse. Okay, after a year in the civil courts, he was not guilty. And after that, many histories became that was a setup from other people into the church to take him out, because he was investigating about where the money goes at the church. So I can tell you at this moment, maybe this will be the most controversial, but we are in the starting point, so I cannot tell you about that.
I got interested in public relations in college. I was a journalism major, and my first 2 or 3 jobs out of college were working for newspapers. I worked for daily newspapers here in Tennessee. I migrated to covering government and politics, and actually went to work in Washington, D.C. for a United States Senator, where I worked for 8 years. And following that, came to work here at McNeely, Piggott & Fox in public relations. So it seems like it's a very kind of natural arc, career arc for me. I've always been involved in communications, one as a reporter, secondly as an advocate for an individual, in this case a U.S. Senator, and now as a communications advocate for a host of clients.